Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If this is your first time here, hello! My name is Libby Rogers. I'm so excited that you are here. Today's video is so exciting because we're going to be trying out a lot of new products. I said that really weird. A lot of new products, but we're going to be creating a Valentine's Day look. So I know that Valentine's Day is still like 2.5 weeks away, but I know for me personally, like when I'm going to go out for Valentine's Day, meaning go out, like I usually go out with my girlfriends and we go out and like have a dressy night. And for the past couple years, I've always kind of figured out what I wanted to wear like ahead of time and tried it out just to make sure that that's what I wanted to do. So I just wanted to give you guys some inspiration, kind of try out some new products and everything like that in this video. So if you want to see me create a look using some new products, then just go ahead and keep watching. So like I said, we do have quite a few products that I'm going to be trying out in today's video, but we're going to start with eyes first, and I don't have any super new products. For the eyes today, I have some of my favorite affordable palettes right here. ColourPop and e.l.f., you know, some of my favorite brands that have really good quality eyeshadows. So we're going to be using some of those today. I'm not sure exactly which ones we're going to use today, but I'm going to start with priming my eyes. So for priming my eyes today, I'm going to be using the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 02. It's a super light concealer, and this is probably the only concealer I do use on my eyelids. I've said before that I usually don't use concealers on my eyes because they crease on me and like just get really oily, but this one's actually pretty drying. So I just put like a layer of that on my lids and then I rub it out with just whatever kind of brush. And it's a really good color, so it really makes the eyeshadows pop because it is a little bit of a lighter shade. And I'm just gonna set that down with just whatever kind of bone colored shadow I have. Okay, so I have you guys zoomed in. I don't know what I want to do yet, but I know we're gonna be making some kind of like pinky eye because we're going for a Valentine's Day look. So I'm just gonna go in, we're just gonna get it rolling. And I think the first shade that I'm gonna go into is from the You Had Me at Hello palette from ColourPop, and I'm gonna be taking the shade 2 Peas, and I'm just gonna really buff that out in the crease just to give us a good transition shade. And I think I want to like pull my eyeshadows out a little bit further than I normally do. I usually do a pretty rounded shape, but I kind of want to like pull them out a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. Does anyone else have like certain areas of their eyes that they just feel like don't accept pigment? Because I feel like there's just one area on my eye that just doesn't absorb pigment like an eyeshadow. I don't know. Okay, now I'm gonna go into the same palette and go into the shade Winning Ticket from the same palette. And I'm gonna put this into the crease as well. This is like one of my favorite matte shades. Like, it's just so beautiful. It blends like a dream. I love the color of it. I just think it's so pretty. I'm just using my normal technique of placing it and then going in circular motions to blend it out, especially if I'm blowing it out. Don't be afraid to go close to the brow bone because you might end up actually liking it being that close to the brow bone when you're done. I've actually liked it more so recently because it makes my eyes look even bigger. So I've been liking that, but if you aren't liking that, you can always go in with concealer underneath your brows and that will clean up that area. So yeah, that's just a little tip. Okay, so now I'm staying in this palette and I'm gonna take a mixture of Winning Ticket and Look See and mix these two to make kind of a more pink color. And I'm gonna be taking this on a super small blending brush just to really define that. And I'm gonna be putting this to my crease. I feel like this is still much more purple than I wanted it to be. But we're just gonna go with it. I don't know if I 100% like that shade, so I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it out. No product. Okay, so now for the lid shade. This is the shade I pretty much knew I was gonna use when I started this tutorial and was looking at the palettes. So I'm actually going to dip into the Dream Street palette, which is a collaboration with Kathleen Lights and ColourPop. And I'm going to be taking the shade Twinkle, I believe, and putting this all over the lid. And I might lighten it a little bit afterwards, but this is like the initial shade that I want to put on. So I'm just going to take it on with my finger, press it on Oh, it's so beautiful. Is this more of a warm toned pink? It's like a pinky copper. That's more, I feel like, what it's like. I'm just pressing this on the lid with my finger, making sure not to go too high into the crease. And then once I've got that shade on with no extra product, I'm just gonna blend out my crease. I think I am gonna add a little bit of a lighter shade. And for the lighter shade, I'm gonna be dipping into the Perception palette, which is a collaboration between Shayla and ColourPop. And I'm gonna take the shade Spill the Tea, and I'm just gonna place this all over that lid shade as well, just to bring a little bit more lightness to it. And I'm also just gonna take this on my finger, place it onto the lid. Now I'm gonna go in right above those lid shades, and I'm gonna dip into the Dream Street palette again and take a mixture of Spark and Elfish, which is like a coral pinky shade and a dark brown shade, just to deepen up the crease a little bit more and add a little bit more pink into it. And then I'm just gonna apply a little bit more of Spill the Tea on my lids. And now I'm just gonna take a makeup wipe and clean up that edge. So now that I've cleaned up the edges, I'm just gonna take a little bit of my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara and apply this to my lashes. And then I'm just gonna layer a coat of the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Mascara on top. Okay, so I put on my mascara, and I'm gonna zoom you guys back out so we can start on the face. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna move on to the face now. I'm gonna put on some primer. I'm not even gonna say what primer I'm using because you already know. I just feel like if I'm gonna be trying out a new foundation today, that I need to use products that I know are gonna work. And so why switch up the primer if I'm gonna be trying new face products, you know? Okay, so the primer is set into my skin now, so we're gonna be going in with a new foundation, and I'm so excited. I've been seeing this all over YouTube, so I'm really excited to try it. It does look open, but that's just because I swatched it on my neck when I got home to make sure that it's a good shade. So I am gonna be trying out the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation, and I have the shade 400, and this is the lightest shade in the foundation. It looks like it's gonna match my neck, so we'll see, we'll see. You know, with foundations, we're gonna try them both ways. So first I'm gonna try it with a brush, and it seems like it's really liquidy, like really runny. It smells so good. Like a perfume, honestly. It smells so good with the bump. Yeah, this is like a perfect match for my neck. So that's really good. I don't like this with a brush though. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe sponge. So right off the bat, this is a pretty low coverage foundation. I would say it's probably a light to a medium coverage. So I'm gonna take a little bit more on the other side and see how it works with a sponge. Okay, so I've just applied a layer of that, and it looks really natural on the skin, but it doesn't do anything for like my pores or anything like that. It's definitely, I would say, a low medium coverage. It definitely gave me an even layer, but it's not covering everything. So we're just gonna leave it at that. I've tried to build it up, and this is about where it's gonna stay. So I'm gonna go in with concealer now, and I have used this before, but I have not used it on camera. This is the Truly Yours Dark Circle Concealer from Joa Cosmetics, and this is a K-Beauty brand, and I'm going to be using this concealer today in the shade Porcelain. Okay, I was about to say, that's weird. So I'm going to be using this today. This doesn't give me the best coverage, so I'm probably going to mix in a little bit of the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. If after I blend this out, it doesn't give me the coverage that I want, because these eyes are dramatic. Like, my face has got to be beat, you know? I might actually mix in a little bit of my ColourPop concealer because this is a little dark. I don't remember it being a little dark. I'm just going to mix in a little bit of my ColourPop concealer. Y'all know this is light, so. And I'm just going to let that sit for just a second, a couple seconds, and then I'm going to blend it out. And then to brighten up the under eyes a little bit more, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Loose Translucent Setting Powder in the shade Fair 05 and just set those under eyes. And then I'm going to be setting the rest of my face with a coverage powder to see how it will work on top of this foundation, which needs a little bit more coverage in my personal opinion. So I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Powder in the shade 110 Porcelain. And I'm just going to take this with some sort of kabuki brush and put this on the rest of my face to set it. Okay, so that definitely added a little bit of coverage to the foundation, so that's really, really awesome. I'm going to now dust off the rest of this powder on my face. Okay, so I zoomed you guys back in because we're going to go back into the lower lash line. I'm taking this You Had Me at Hello palette in the shade 2 Peas. Right here, I'm taking that and just placing this underneath my lower lash line. Now I'm going to be going in with the shade Winning Ticket from this same palette, and I'm just going to be taking that under my lower lash line as well. And I'm really blending this out. And then I'm just going to take the Jordana Easy Liner Retractable Pencil in Brown Suede in my waterline. And now I'm just going to add Telescopic to my bottom lashes as well. Now we need to add an inner corner highlight. And to do that, I think I'm going to take the Knot from the You Had Me at Hello palette, which is just like a beautiful pink shimmery color that's just going to go right on the inner corner. And we will also highlight the brow bone with this once we do the eyebrows, which is going to be next. So I actually have a new brow product. I am a pomade girl. Like, I really love pomades. My favorite brow product is the Cabrow from Benefit, and it's a pomade, and I'm almost out of it. So I'm on the hunt for a drugstore pomade that's really good. So I'm going to be trying out the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Pomade today in the color Ash Brown. I've looked at the color so you can see that it's swatched a little bit, but it looks like it's going to be a good color for me, maybe a little dark, but we're going to try it anyway. And they have a little brush in here, like a little double-sided brush, which is really cute. It's like a little spoolie on one end and a brush on one end. I'm going to try and use this, and if I don't like it, I will just go into my normal brow utensils. I usually use a flat end brush. Let me see if I can find it. I usually use a flat end brush like this. So we're gonna try this one out today though. It's a little small little brush and it's so cute, and it actually has a pretty thin tip. So we're gonna go in with this and try out this brow product. My eyebrows are very different shapes at the moment. I'm trying to grow this one out to look like this one. So this one's a lot thinner, if you cannot tell. So I'm just gonna dip into the pomade. I'm nervous. And I'm just gonna, oh, this is dark. Oh no. Oh no, this is really dark. Okay, so I really have to use a slight hand with this, or else it's just really dark. So I'm just trying to go in very light-handedly with this product. I've gone way too far already. I really like pomades when they have dried out quite a bit, to where they're almost like completely not pigmented, if that makes sense. So I can really dig my brush in and it's a lot easier to apply. So this is very different for me. It's very creamy and it's just very dark, but you know what? We're gonna keep it moving, keep it going. Okay, I finished for the most part this brow. It's definitely gonna need some cleanup, but this is the most I can fill in at the moment. And I'm gonna do this brow. This one's my good brow, so hopefully it won't be nearly as difficult. It's already, I'm already going into pigmented. Okay, so I finished up the brows. I'm about to put some brow gel in them. So the one thing I noticed with this is, one, obviously it's creamy. Brow pomades are creamy at the beginning, but one thing I did notice is that right here, especially where, I don't know if you guys saw before, but right here in this spot, it's not as nearly as thick as this side is, so I always draw in that area. So I always put the pigment on there and then I'll brush through it, but this kept getting, like, it kept taking it off. The brow pomade kept like coming off, so it was a little difficult. I had to keep going over it and everything like that, but we got to the finished product. It's a little dark, but it actually, I think it like matches my brow hairs fine. I'm just not used to having something that matches it perfectly, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep playing with it. I cleaned up my brows underneath and everything, so yeah. I don't know how I'm feeling, but like, it's not bad, you know? Okay, so now that the brows are done, let's put that brow bone highlight on top. Brow bone. Ooh, she blinding. She blinding everyone in 2019. Okay, so now we're going into bronzer, and I do have a new bronzer product. Kind of new, kind of not. I've had this before, but I haven't had it in years. So we're gonna go into it today. So I'm actually gonna go into the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette in the shade Dulce de Leche. And I'm gonna go into the bronzer shade right here. And I've used this before. It's been a long time though, and I used to love it. So I'm hoping that I still love it. I remember this being super pigmented, so let me go in light-handedly. I'm getting some weird patchiness up here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me turn down the brightness. Can you guys see that like stark line right here? That's so weird. It like won't cover it. Let me see if I can put some of my CoverGirl powder on top of it. What the heck? That's weird, and I don't like it. That is weird. So that bronzer, I'm not sure if that's the bronzer or what it is, but I'm not feeling it. So I'm just gonna go in with this other shade now and run this right underneath the bronzer to like make sure it's kind of sharp. I don't have any new bronzers, but I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Berry Berry blush. This is one I talked about in my e.l.f. haul. I don't know, why does this look like white? It's like that color. But I'm just gonna go into this. I don't know what's happening. None of these products are going on my face well. I don't know if it's the concealers. It has to be the concealers because I use that powder underneath my eyes all the time, and I don't know if you can tell like the starkness. What the heck? I don't like that. So I don't really know what to do about that besides just move on. So I'm gonna go into my setting spray now, which is not new. It is my Mary Kay one. I think this is like $10. And I'm just gonna spray my face, put on the new highlighter and the new lip products. So I've sprayed my face. I'm still very upset about this going on, but hopefully the highlighter will distract from that, and I 100% believe it will. This is the Wet n Wild Loose Highlighter in the shade I'm So Lit, and it is probably the most beautiful highlight I've ever seen in my life, and I'm gonna apply this to my face. It's just like a champagne color. It's literally the perfect mix of like a pinky / gold highlight, and I'm so excited to put this on my face, so I cannot wait. I'm just gonna dip into this. Okay, y'all watch this. I barely put on any, like I barely dipped into it. So beautiful. Like truly so beautiful. Popping nose highlight. Let me just put some down my nose like this. Whoa! This is definitely like more of a glittery highlight, but at the same time it makes your skin look so wet. So I'm confused as to how this looks so beautiful on the skin because I'm not usually a glittery highlight person. And it doesn't leave any kind of cast on me. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. So this is definitely going to be a highlighter that I'm going to be using so often. I'm so excited. Okay, so for lips, I have a few new products. I think I know which products I'm going to use, but I want to show you the 3 that I picked up today. So the first thing I picked up is the L'Oreal Paris Color Riche Matte in the shade Matting Call. And this is just like a cool toned, it's just like a brown liner. And I'm so excited. I don't really have a lot of brown liners, so I'm really excited to have this. And then I also picked up a couple of the regular Wet n Wild lipsticks, and I got the shades Never Nude and Bare It All, and I think I know what I'm gonna go into. So I'm just gonna line my lips with the L'Oreal liner, and then I'm going to apply the shade Never Nude on top, and just and then I'm gonna apply the Catrice Ultimate Color Lipstick in the shade Hey Nude right on top of that shade. And then just one more lip product on top of that. I want to make it a little more pinky. I know I'm using so many products in this video, but this is the Rimmel Stay Glossy in the shade Bare Minimum. I'm just gonna apply this right on top. And I also forgot about one more lip product that I got from Wet n Wild. This is the new Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Lip Colors, and I got one in the shade Bare Your Soul, which is just like a beautiful, ready nude color, and it's beautiful, and I just love it. Yeah, guys, this is the final look for the affordable Valentine's Day look, and I love how it turned out. I loved pretty much everything except for that concealer concoction. I think just really messed up this side of my face. But other than that, I really like the products that I tried today, and if you guys liked this video, then please make sure to give it a thumbs up before you leave. Subscribe if you have not already, and once you have subscribed, please make sure to turn on the little bell notification so you're notified every single time I upload, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.